with Colchester United's relegation all but confirmed, we are going to be recalling Rob Green. So let's recall Rob Green from his loan. He will be back tomorrow. Not going to be here in time for this game. Need to bring him in because our goalkeeper is going to be out for 3 weeks. So we can't have that in the run-in. Two things we're going to go over first. So we're going to bring Lee Walker up into the first team, handling of 16. Let's get him on the bench. Formation change as well. We've gone with the 3-5-2. Song, Sergio Nunes, Hill, Frida and goal. Missed him off. We've got Thompson in for the injured Nicky Butt. Morris and Partridge as wide men pushed right on. Speed and Lampard behind Helgeson and Sigtorsson. Bench of Johnson, Papesar, Julian Dochim, Ben Doan. Look at this guy. Look how much Ben Doan has improved this year. Here I am trying to sign a right back. The best right back that I may own has just been playing 27 games for the reserves. So we're going to have him on there. We need to get Casper Nellis out. I thought I'd already done that, but I've obviously messed it up. We are 9th place coming into this game. We are not likely to get any higher, but we need to hang on to this 9th place to try and get into the Intertoto, our most successful season of the game so far. Let's have a look at Liverpool. 4-3-1-2 version 1. Sorensen, Hegem, Cunningham, Hupia, Lancor, Johnson, Benayoun, Carragher, Bellamy, Owen and Solskjaer. Solskjaer, who is starting for Liverpool here. No Fowler. I wonder if he is injured. We are away. Let's get this down to fast. See if we can get at least a point, maybe a shock win, to keep this momentum up as we get into these crucial games. We are in the last 4 games of season 4 now. 2 relegation battles, now a battle for the Intertoto. We do not normally do well versus Liverpool though. A couple of ex-Liverpool players out there though, something to prove. We've managed to negate them from having any shots on goal. I was like, Marco is going to score as I say that, but managed to get away with it, thankfully. They've had some shots now. They've had the one shot. Solskjaer has had a shot. They have then scored. Seth Johnson is the scorer. Disappointing. It felt like we were holding out. And then we weren't holding out. Now we're 1-0 down. I was going to say, who's just been sent off? It's Seth Johnson. It's very rare that it's the opposition that gets sent off, isn't it? So I'm like, we've got Friedel, we have got Partridge, we've got Song, all guys who've come in via Liverpool. Bjornaby not playing today. He would be another one. And we've only managed the one shot. So this formation worked really well against Derby for me. I'm like, we've got the chance of pushing it back and putting one of the wing backs on. But we've got a goal. Morris, it's only Lee Morris's 3rd goal of the season. And we wouldn't normally play him out on the left, but we did for this time. We've got him pushed on. He's joining the forwards when we've got the ball. Tight angle shot. I'm like, if we can go in 2-0 up at Anfield, look at the way this has gone since I said we weren't doing that well. Lee Morris with a 7. I'm like, am I going to get Julian Joachim on for Partridge? I think I'm going to. This is your chance, Julian. Impress us. I think we'll pay 1.3 million for Joachim. It might have been 1.8. It was, and he's just not really done it. How have Liverpool adjusted? They've not really adjusted at all, have they? Oh, they have. They've gone to the defensive counter and they've left off a big gap. I'm like, let's see if we can get at that gap and take more than a point here. We're getting to the stage where I'm potentially going to try firing on a different forward. Like Lampard's on a 5. That's not good. I'm like, I wonder if we'll get Sarr on for Lampard. And let's see what happens here. Good save by Frida. Well held. There's 30 minutes to go. Tell you what, we're going to get some fresh legs on. and try and win this game. Because I feel like if we go for the draw, we're not going to hold out against the might of Liverpool. Oh, Sigthorsson, needed you to be scoring that. Right, Andy Johnson on for Helgeson. Pape Sarr is going to come on for Lampard has rebounded to a 6, but it's too late. Too late now. Too late, Frank. Be a great time for an Andy Johnson second league goal of the season. Clinton Hill with a booking. I like... I was going to say, is it Solskjaer time, or does that only count if he's come off the bench? Sergio Nunez, I don't want to jinx him. Yeah, but he has given some good performances since he's come in. He's been out of the team all year. We've moved to the back three because of injuries, and it's seen the end of our terrible run. We've not done as well second half, but we've got 6 minutes to go. I feel like we're doing okay. Jotram has now got booked. We're getting stuck in. Can we hold on? We've had a lot of late drama here on the channel in the last couple of episodes. I would like none here. Solskjaer has now been booked. He can't live with Nunez. Oh, I was like, plenty of time. This is not going to end well. Brad Friedel. I don't want to jinx him by saying what I was going to say. Final whistle. Brad Friedel has got a good game there, a 7. We've had a good game overall. Sergio Nunez, look at that. 7 rating. What a guy. What a guy. And that has kept us in 9th place. With 4 points behind Middlesbrough. Probably unlikely to catch them. We're not catching Wednesday. They have absolutely walked away from us. And we've just got to make sure Blackburn, who were right down there, aren't going to catch us here. So we've got to keep winning, keep stringing wins away. I don't want to get sucked back down into this little pack after a good season. What's good for us, though, you can't quite see it. Derby got 35 points. Birmingham 30, West Ham 30, Derby 35, Spurs 35, Reading 37, Newcastle 37. Coventry, they're out of that. Sadly, we won't be trying to get Robbie Keane, I doubt. But we've got Middlesbrough coming up, so a chance to sneak up on them. We've then got Coventry and Forest. Gremio have accepted an offer from Vasco for Ronaldinho. I would like to know, what is the lowest profile European team you can be to hoover up Ronaldinho at the very start of this game? And obviously not have to worry about the work permits. Now, money-wise, we're down to 550,000. We are still keeping an eye on some of these expiring talents. I'm like, if only. I'm like, if I could guarantee... If I could guarantee that Frida was definitely going to go, I would definitely go in for Kawagachi. I hope that is how you vaguely pronounce his name. Blackburn have drawn. That is a great result for me. For us. And it's a good thing we recalled Rob Green, because look, Lee Walker is also now out. So Rob Green is going to potentially, well, not potentially, Rob Green is going to be on the bench for the next game, barring injury to himself. Welcome back, Leeds. They've won promotion from the English First Division. Let's have a check of the league stages here. Look, Charlton promoted as champions, Leeds in second, Watford, Barnsley, Bristol City, Man City in the playoffs. Right, so despite a pretty decent performance last time around, Thompson has dropped out. Nicky Butt is back now. Let's have a look at our previous meetings versus Borough. Played for 1-2. We are tied with them. We beat them narrowly earlier in the year. That is, yes, this year, isn't it? Yep, December. Can we get a win here at home at Bramall Lane? Lee Cable is ref. It's a wet 8 degrees. And get right on the shoulder of them and potentially in line to finish 8th. I feel like we need at least 2 wins on this episode to guarantee 9th, though, in top half. So that is the target. Oh, Helgeson. Helgeson was struggling. He was on 94 fitness because he's played for Iceland between the last game versus Liverpool and this game, but I was keeping him in. Sigthorsson did not play for Iceland, interestingly. Don't know who they think they are dropping him. Helgesson is all over this, though, and look at the way we have started here. Middlesbrough, let's have a look what they're doing. They're doing defensive counter. Have I finally found a formation that is going to work against this and get some wins against it? I don't want to win every game against it. I'm not greedy. I would just like to win some of them. Harid Lozano. I always forget that he's at Borough. They've still got Ketspire. They've still got their icons team. Look, Phil Badler's joined it as well now. I'm like, what I really needed then is like an absolute killer. Right-sided midfielder, right-sided attacker, winger. Ketspire's shoved Lampard. Who do you think you're pushing, Tamuri? If Tamuri pushed me, I'd probably just allow it. The guy used to scare me. Probably would still scare me if I met him now. Right, we've petered off though. Since those 4 shots, we've hardly had any. They've had loads. Steve Howie is now being booked. Speed strikes the free kick and it doesn't go anywhere. I really need to have a look at my free kick takers at half-time. I don't even know who is the best anymore. It's been so long since I've checked any of that. And there we go. Half-time is coming. Helgesson goes for the follow-up. I'm like, are we going to grab a goal right before half-time? We are not. A great crowd despite the wet weather, and we've ended a bit better than we've done in the middle phase of that game, and I'm pretty happy with that. Right, let's have a look at these team instructions. I've not even got anyone on them. Speed set pieces. So Speed should be on 1, shouldn't he? Sigthorsson should be on 1. I'm like, Nicky Butt 14, Lampard 15. We've actually got some okay takers now, haven't we? There was his Morris. Right, so let's get this on. Penalties has got to be Big Siggy. Gary Speed as backup. Where is Gary? Where you gone, Gary? There you are. Right, corners left and right. Speed on both. In swinger, out swinger. Let's get Butt on 1. I'm going to leave that one blank. Left side, I want a right footer. So I'm going to get Sigthorsson. Right side, I want a left footer. Let's get Speed. And again, I'm going to leave them blank. I really need to tell. Let's save them now. In my 3-5-2. Let's grab a goal. Let's end with a really strong second half here. Sheffield United. I'm like, are we getting to the stage where I want to bring Joachim on again? I think I'm going to. Partridge is on a 6. Everyone else is doing pretty well. I'm really keen to try and get Ben Doan on as well at some stage. Gets him some time, some exposure to the first team. And what I'm thinking of doing with Doan, here he is here, look, determination. Tell you what, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to drop Partridge back in here, push him on, so I'm playing a lopsided formation. Do not act like I could not come up with masterful, tactical game plans and masterpieces. Watch me lose 1-0 now. But that's my thinking. If I get him there, but he's still pushed on, I feel like his his high determination has seen that rise in his stats. Right, Helgesson is probably going to come off here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Sarr on. Nicky Butt on an 8. Right, let's get... I'll tell you what, are we going to get Johnson on? I'm going to get Johnson on. I was going to put Sarr on and drop him into this gap and have Sigthorsson through the middle. But I'm like, that's too asymmetrical, I believe is the word. When things don't match up. I might have got that the wrong way round. Come on, we've got 15 minutes. Let's do something, please. Andy Johnson bears down on goal. Andy Johnson smashes it low, and it has not resulted in the goal that I wanted. I am going to get Sarr on for Lampard again. And you know what? Sarr, get forward. Get forward and get me a winner, please. Right, free kick here. Doesn't look like we've done anything with it. Oh, takes his chance from a very wide angle. I'm like, surely not. Surely we're not going to get last minute winner here. Final whistle has gone. Let's have a look at the stats first. 10 shots, 6 on target, 5 corners, lots of free kicks. Much better with the tackling. We've slightly won the headers. We've got some good ratings here. Look at Song. I feel like for the type that we've come up against, let's have a look at Hallgaard. He's good. He's a good rated keeper, isn't he? He's even got decent agility. I feel like we've come up against a super keeper there that has prevented us from getting a win that we would deserve. We've been helped out by Man United. It's not often I say that, but they have beaten Blackburn. So we have missed a chance. United have won the Premier League again. I say again, Chelsea won it. That did. What? I do not remember Chelsea winning last year's. They did not win last year's. They've not updated it. That's why.
The whistle goes for half-time.
6 days away from Coventry then. Past meetings, we are shading this. So, potentially a game. We're away, but potentially a game that we need to really be winning. I feel like if we just keep drawing... After all that, Ronaldinho, and if we just keep drawing, we're gonna slip down the table, and we're gonna get like a disappointing 12th, 13th. Right, Tony Adams. I was trying to sign Tony Adams before, and I think I'm still going to. I don't want him for that. I'm gonna offer him this. This is gonna take me up till next year. This is so annoying. Ben Doan has requested to leave Sheff United. He's unhappy with his current contract. I finally put you in the team, Ben. You played one game and you want a contract. You let me know, is it worth offering him more money? He's only on £200 a week. He's going to expire next year. He would sign a new deal. I didn't actually show him. Let me put him up. Let me know what you think of Ben. He's not got very good technique, but the rest of him has developed pretty nicely. So, like I said, I would be keen to get him more involved on this episode, but Ben Doan's development is now slightly down my priority list. Am I going to bring Campbell in? I am. Helgeson's going on the bench, I believe. Yep, let's get Johnson off, Helgeson on, Campbell in the team, everything else as is. Partridge, here he is here. He is going to keep his place for the time being. He's only had the 8 starts. So it's a chance for him to see if he can really push on. Let's have a check of what Coventry are doing. I know I should have done that first. Right, there is Carl Laurie, who is Celtic bound. There we are. Yeah, I am remembering that correctly. Did a whole short on that. Right, they've got Keenan Whelan up front. Let's see if we can keep those two quiet with our new system. If we could start to get goals into this formation, I feel like we're potentially onto something. Watch us lose 3-0. Friedel's turned it away. I'd really like to sell Friedel. The uncertainty of him just kind of being there unhappy is making me uneasy. I say it every time, but look at Highfield Road. My memory of Highfield Road is it was just surrounded by like a housing estate and like a street. I'd need to check its location to see if that is correct or if that's just like youth haziness. Oh, Campbell into the box. He went for a shot. He couldn't curl it in. Let's see if we can get Campbell another goal before the end of the season. Goals has been our real issue. And there was Partridge. He's got wide. He's got round Hall and he's hit one. It looks like it's hit the body of the keeper. Now, here's something that I want to have a check on. Has it saved my team instructions? It has not, but we should be able to load them. No. That's annoying, isn't it? I'm not doing it again while the episode's going on. So Torsten with a half volley. I didn't show this. The game prior to coming on episode, he hit a hat-trick. Hat-trick against Derby. And I was thinking, this is it. New formation, conceding a lot less. Going to kick on with the goals. Going to storm up the league. Get in the Intertoto. Win the Intertoto. I would count that as a trophy. Believe you got a real trophy for that. It would go on my Wikipedia page. And it's Sigthorsson now struggling. Like, why can I not have nice things? Morris is having a stinker. He is coming off. Joachim is going to come on. I'm going to spin those two around because Partridge can play both sides. Maybe the left side is Partridge's side. I feel like once you start to play those fives, there's no redeeming once you're on that. I'm going to give him, because he is my man, my main goal man, I'm going to give him 20 minutes from half time. Less if we go a goal down. I'm like, Partridge bears down on goals. I was trying to think of like a clever thing to say, like left side Partridge. And then didn't need to because it's still 0-0. I mean, I take Coventry scoring at this stage. I feel like it's been so long since we've had some kind of drama. I don't know why I was saying that. Right, Sigthorsson is going to have to come off. Doan is going to come on. He's going to go in the back three. Campbell's going to go there. Let's see. Can we hold on now? Nunes. I'm like, I've been singing your praises all episode. And then you go and do a madness. Clyde Winhard has come on, though. I was always a big fan of Clyde. Oh, Joachim bears down on goals, waiting for support. He had a shot, came to Campbell, and I was like, come on, Casey. Just fire this into the net. And he didn't. He's let me down. Right, 10 to go. Let's get some fresh legs on in midfield. Lampard is having another less than optimal game, so he is going to come off. Let's get Sarr on. I'm like potentially going to be looking to sell Sarr at the end of the year. Because he's not really established himself, and if I can get any money for any of these guys, I am going to take it. We are still holding on in ninth. Blackburn doing absolutely everything not to catch us, and we are very slowly climbing away. We're going into this last game of the season now. I've already forgotten who it was against. West Ham have been relegated. Right, West Ham have been relegated. Let's just be having a quick scan. Let's go on here first and see what they're doing. I'm like, there's nothing there that really is screaming out to me. Jimmy Bullard has ended up in the team. It's no wonder they are struggling. And Andy Hunt is not a striker you want leading at this line, is it? Let's have a look at Vivian Foe. Mark Vivian Foe could be a decent signing for us. He's going on the list. He joined us on one of our other playthroughs for one of the PlayStation games whose name has just gone. Let's have a look at Wayne Carlisle. Is he on my... He's not on my shortlist. He wants first team football. Could Wayne come in on the right of our midfield? Where at Oldham currently? Division 3. It's a big jump. But look at his crossing. Is Wayne Carlisle Championship Manager Freeze David Beckham? He's not, because he's rapid. I'm like, I've got my eye on you, Wayne.
So let's just take another look at that one.
Right, we've got Forest away. We've only played them once. We drew with them. So we've managed to avoid them. Tony Adams. I'm like, now that I'm looking at him, I feel like it was giddiness that was leading me to him before, because he's got pace of 9, and his positioning's still pretty decent. What was he doing for Arsenal? He played 24 games where it's 6.85. I think I'm going to do this, especially with Núñez getting sent off. Look at his determination and his bravery. I'd expect nothing less from Tony, to be honest. It's like, are reflexes important for a defender? I don't think they are. I'm not asking him to pass. I'm asking him to kick people and head stuff. I'm not going to do it. He's not signing to the end of the year. After all that build-up, sorry, Tony. I'm like, oh, Tony, come back. Song wants to leave. Like, it's all well and good wanting to move to bigger clubs, lads, but you've got to make it happen. I can't make it happen for you. I will happily take the money. Massive UEFA Cup game here. Auxerre 1, Leverkusen 2 in the Stade de France. Let's see who scored. Zé Roberto has got both goals. Here is Zay. Good stats. We've got our former FIFA Euro 2000 player, 1.8 million from Stuttgart. Right, here we go. Final game of the episode. Grasshopper Zurich have come in from Martin Bullock. I wanted Martin Bullock, but I don't have any money to match that. And he's probably not likely to go to me over them at the minute, sadly. Do I have any suspensions, any injuries, any problems? No, we're going to go with the Icelandic wall restored for this final game. I'm going to get... Am I going to put Harris on the bench? I'm going to put Harris on the bench because we're just not scoring. Joachim is going to stay on the bench. Sarr is going to come off. I'm going to put Gascoigne on the bench because I want more from my midfielders at the minute. And I'm going to take Doan off and put Carlisle on. That's what I'm going to do. Forest 4-4-2, version 4. They've got old boy Vance Warner from the Ipswich playthrough. He's pretty decent on here, isn't he? Let's have a look at Dominic Matteo. I mean, he is a good player, isn't he? He definitely would have been our starting left back. What did they get him for? Yeah, I feel like we've missed an opportunity there. Right, here we go. Final game of the playthrough. Thanks to everyone who's joined us along the way. If you've been watching this and liking this, I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm like, I should really think of these links before we start. But hopefully my gratitude for you guys watching always comes across. 5 minutes in, I really need a win, guys. A goal and a win. We'll take 1-0. We can't end the episode, the season even, with this episode of just draws. Bit anticlimactic. They've got Matthew Tipton. I'm thinking of Upton. I'm like, last time I saw him, he was a serious talent that was starting for Arsenal. I was like, how has this happened? Still not sorted my free kick takers, but Helgeson is not relying on free kicks because he has broken through and he has scored. He must score. He did score, and that's how I like to read that message. Not must score, goal kick, corner, the keeper saved it. It's a 28 degrees here, ending of the season. $15 to go to half-time. Let's see, can we keep this 1-0 or improve on that? I would like a double Icelandic wall episode or game. Right, Cundy has gone off, Gray has come on. Which Gray is that? It's Andy Gray. There he is. Can't believe that. Literally just clicked on him and then he goes and scores. Upsetting. Upsetting. Only the keeper to beat. Well done, Friedel. He's got down at him. Right, that's disappointing, that. I feel like we were controlling that game, and then we gave the control of it away. Helgeson is playing his 6, but he has scored. I'm getting Gascoigne on for Lampard. I'm growing increasingly frustrated with you. I know he's quite a young man here, 23 still. But I really need to win this. I'm just going to have a pause here because it's last day. So we've got Blackburn and Coventry, both who can overtake us. Coventry are losing. Blackburn are 1-1 with Villa. Where are Villa in the league? They are 4th. So at the minute, we would keep 9th position, but I don't want to be relying on the other results. Gascoigne's been shown a clean set of heels. And Friedel catches the ball. I'm like, what are we going to do here? I wonder if I should bring... Gascoigne could be in trouble here. Gascoigne is not having a good game since he come on, is he? I'm like, I wonder if I should drop the wingers back into a slightly less attacking role. I think I'm going to, because I feel like we've lost a bit of momentum here. So let's get Morris. I'm like, are we going to tell Morris to push in? I think that's too extreme. I'm going to get Harris on for Sigthorsson. I'm still convinced that there might be something in Neil Harris. Oh, Helgeson, that could have been it. So they can't say that I've not given them the chance, those two. Sigthorsson, we will not be moving on from. Helgeson, though, was given this year. We're going to have a check of him at the end of the game, so I don't want to keep clicking off. Going to let this season play out. Easy chance for Helgeson. And he's like, uh-oh, is he looking at Is he looking at the striker shortlist? I better bang in a second. Don't do it, Forest. Paul Gascoigne has been sent off. Right. Carlisle is going to come on. I'm going to take Helgeson off. I'm going to drop him into there. Let's hold out. Where is this free kick? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm so reluctant to check the latest scores. Right, here he is here. He's ended, you know what? He's ended up with 12 league goals. Because I presume that that's not added these on. We'll check afterwards if it has. It's his best return. So maybe I need to kind of lay off him a bit. Let's see what's happened. We have stayed in 9th. So the 4 draws has seen us to safety. It's the least dramatic episode that we've had, but possibly the most pleasing. Let's see what has gone on. Tottenham relegated. Did not see that coming. Let's just start here. Let's have a look. What have you got for me, Tottenham? I'm like, Melchot. Maybe. He's no Bendone. He needs to go on the list, doesn't he? Right, what have you got at left back for me? Chris Hope is a good player, isn't he? He's got some good pieces to him there, but he's 29. Not sure I'm feeling that. Clements, he could sometimes be good on this, couldn't he? Let's have a look at Jacob Larsson. Possibly a bit too old. We'll see how they settle in the division below, and then we'll maybe go in and have a look at 1 or 2 of them. I'm like, this guy, Jose Emilio Amavisca. Do not remember Jose Emilio, despite his time at Real Madrid. It's funny what age does to the brain, isn't it? Because I would have watched a lot of a Liga around then. Lee Clark, he will never stop turning me down. So yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back. Don't worry. Birmingham, I don't think there's much there that we would want, is there? Let's have a look at Paul. No, Paul's a bit old, isn't he? Right, Sheffield United have been awarded 3 million and needed 3 million. Man United's average attendance of 54,000 is a new record high. Let's have a look how we finished in the Premier League and what we're behind, so you guys can set me some targets for next year. So there we go. Birmingham, West Ham, Spurs down. 33, 33, 35, 36. Up here in 9th, 47 points. 13 wins, 17 losses, 40 goals scored, 51 again. So we've let in by far the most goals of the top 10. Well, not by far. Coventry are only 2 behind us. And we've scored a lot more than Coventry. And we've scored more than Sheffield Wednesday. So that's a win for me. That's one win for me over them. They've got a lot more wins. They've snuck up into 5th. So we will still be gunning to finish ahead of them next year. Let's have a look at some player stats. Where's our highest ranked player? All the way down. I'm like, when did Arsenal sign Zinedine Zidane? This year for 10 million. I don't know how I missed that. I'm like, if I mentioned that on another episode and have just forgot, feel free to point it out. Right, Friedel. It's no wonder you're not going to a biggest club, mate. 58th. I'll just buy Scott Young instead. I might buy Scott Young. He looks pretty good. I've come off that by mistake. Let's go back. Let's have a look at goals. Dwight York top with 21. Helgeson has finished on 12. I was talking about my disappointment with him, not realising he was the 12th highest scorer in the Premier League by the end of the year. Ahead of, look, Bellamy, Jimmy Floyd, Eric Wijnaldum, who's off to the Championship. Michael Owen, it's no wonder they bought Solskjaer in. There's Sigthorsson with 10. I think that's a good partnership. I think that's a good partnership now, in retrospect. Lampard, 4 goals, feels like he's not scored for ages. Campbell only the 3. Morris only the 3. So the problem is behind the Icelandic wall, isn't it? We've got no one. Let's have a look at assists. So Morris with 7 assists, pretty good, but 6. That's great considering his role. Gary Speed, let's have a look at Speed. He is starting to fall off pretty significantly, but he's going to be a part of next year. But we do really need to look at midfield. And let's have a look at our finances. I know I always come in here and there's another way of doing it, but look, we're up to 3.1 to spend. So we've got a little bit of money there. Little bit of money to be playing with. If we can get some of those guys out, let's have a look at the listed. We could maybe look to bring in 1 or 2. I'm like, why does Figo only now want to play for me? Oh, that's upsetting. I would have spent all my money on Figo. Yeah, so we're gonna have a look. Gonna have a few clicks on just around the season's up. Look at any of the remaining stuff. Right, I'm glad we stayed. European Cup Winners' Cup, Aberdeen versus Inter in Vienna. Let's see how this goes. And there we go. A 2-0 defeat for Aberdeen. Let's see how they've got here. Ronaldo scored past them. Conte scored past them. 4 minutes down. 1 goal down after 4 minutes. 61,000 in attendance. They've not equipped them, so they've not given a good showing of themselves, have they? I'm afraid to say. Like, why are you in the final and who could I be buying off you? Firstly, let's go have a look at them. They've got Nicholas Alexanderson playing on the left. Who have you got on the right? Who's Willie Miller? Got quite a classic team, haven't they? Let's have a look at Robert Dunn. Robert Dunn was really good on the previous game, I believe, wasn't he? I'm like, let's have a look at Lee Gardner before we go, because we were keeping an eye on him, weren't we? He's only played 6 games. He's got this minimum release fee, though, so we could trigger that if we wanted, but we've currently moved away from left-backs. Right, English FA Cup has been won by Liverpool. Little game here. Did Solskjaer score or not? I could edit that in post, but I'm just going to leave the real pause because I think it's way more dramatic. Craig Bellamy scored. Solskjaer didn't even make it on the pitch. So if you said yes, Dean Keats injured. Upsetting to see. You lost, I'm afraid. Eddie Lomas ref, 77,000. What an image. What an image. I would love us to get to Wembley on this game. So Liverpool have won that. I believe we've got 2 cups left, haven't we? The Champions League and the UEFA. And here we go, Liverpool, another final. The European Champions Cup versus Rosenborg. So definitely some consolation for the league. I'm trying to do a wrap up here, Charlton, and I'm like, do I still want Alex Notman? He's leaving the club. I'm doing it. Let's see what he says about this. No interest. I'm like, Charlton are coming up, but I could be in UEFA. I'm not giving you that, Alex. You can have 200. I would happily have paid 200,000 for you. I'm still going to skim it down. Let's see what he accepts. Liverpool have won 2-1. Let's have a look. Should have played the same game again, but was worried he was not going to play. Not even on the bench. So I'm glad we didn't play it. 2-1. John Carew. Welcome to my heart, John. Already on my transfer list. So I've already been here at one stage. I had no idea about that. He's obviously not interested. I would add him to the... When do you run out of contract? He's running out of contract next year. Rosenborg, I'll be back. You know I'll be back. So I need to check his interest on me next season. Because he will be one of the December people. Right, managers and players of the year. Let's have a look here. Gerard Houllier has won the English Division Premier Manager of the Year. Runner-up was Ferguson. I think that's fair. What were they? Were they second? Clicked on the wrong thing. They were third. Quite a way in third. But 2 cup finals. I think that's better than second, isn't it? Right, this guy's going to be off. Let's release him now. Houllier adding his Manager of the Month to that. Let's have a look at Player of the Year. Right, Marcus Hedman has won the English Premier Division Manager Player of the Month award. I was like, it's not Player of the Year, is it? Hedman is a great keeper, though, on here. Right, let's have a look at Carl. This guy. He's no Bendo, neither is he. Where are Leighton? Division 3. Right, Brad Friedel off to the World Cup. Have a good World Cup, Brad. Someone might come in and buy you and you can leave. Sheffield United directors are delighted with your general performance as manager, and we are going to leave it there for the time being. Thank you to everyone who has tuned in. I've absolutely loved your support along the ways. So I will see you on Monday for the Director of Football special.